In this video, I'm going to show you how we did Puerto Rico on a budget. We took advantage of the JetBlue sale with $39 tickets one way and flew into San Juan. Be sure to check prices midweek to save money when possible. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are cheaper days to fly. We stayed at this great Airbnb in Isla Verde. This studio was on Airbnb for only $60 a night, and it was perfect for 2 people. A small kitchen was available to allow cooking, and the mini fridge and the microwave were perfect to store and reheat leftovers. This is the beautiful place that Robert chose.
How's it going, man?
Going good. How you doing?
Oh, they even included beach towels. That's really neat. It's basically just a little studio, but it's really very cute. Within walking distance of our Airbnb was a great breakfast place called El Bistro Cafe. The place was so busy. It got rave reviews, and while the atmosphere was very unique and fun, we didn't really love the food. So we walked a few doors down to an amazing coffee shop called 787 Coffee. They have the best café con leche and small breakfast items. So if you're in the mood for a great coffee or latte, this is the place to go. Our first full day in Puerto Rico, we were so excited to hit the beach. Only a 10-minute walk from our Airbnb, we found a great spot on Condado Beach. It was quite quiet, despite being on a strip of beach near several hotels. And we brought our cooler from our place with snacks and water so we could save a little bit more money. After a bit of bargaining, we also were able to rent a couple of beach chairs and an umbrella for the day for only $20. There's a rainbow in the cloud. On day 2, we took an Uber from our Airbnb about 10 minutes to Old San Juan, where we explored all of the forts which overlook a large part of the ocean and the sea. It's really quite beautiful. Now, normally there is a fee to enter the forts here. However, if you are a U.S. National Park Pass holder, be sure to bring it with you, as this allows you free entrance into all of the forts in Old San Juan. We are now at El Morro, which is the second Fortaleza in Old San Juan, Puerto Rico. This is the top of El Morro. One of the best things about Old San Juan were a lot of these homemade vendors selling their goods and food near the forts. So thankfully we had some cash with us, so we were able to get a delicious homemade snow cone. The bigger stores in downtown, of course, do take credit card, but if you do want to purchase anything from a vendor, make sure you bring a little cash with you. There's so much to see in Old San Juan that you really could spend an entire day just exploring the various forts and walking along the cobblestone streets, taking in all the history and the breathtaking views. So we spent the better part of the rest of our day just walking around Old San Juan, really admiring the beautiful architecture, walking along the waterfront down by where the cruises dock in port, and as well as walking in and out of lots of different shops. There are lots of street vendors selling various goods, and so just make sure again to bring a little bit of cash if you plan to purchase anything. For dinner that night, we headed to a restaurant called RICO's, which is a traditional Puerto Rican restaurant where we enjoyed lots of traditional Puerto Rican dishes. The food was excellent and the service was outstanding. One of the places that we were most looking forward to visiting while in Puerto Rico was VIEQUES. This is a small island off the coast of mainland Puerto Rico. We purchased our round-trip tickets online prior to travel for the ferry, which leaves from a small town called PUERTO on the mainland. The ferry ride is about 45 minutes long, and it's a very rough and bumpy ride, so if you're prone to seasickness, bring your medications with you. If you'd prefer a faster route to VIEQUES, you can also purchase airfare for a smaller jet to fly you round trip from mainland to the island. Those tickets are much more expensive, but it is a quicker way to go. Another popular and yet closer island is the island of Culebra, and you can also purchase ferry tickets to Culebra round trip online prior to your travel. Here we are approaching the island of VIEQUES, and like I said, the island itself is absolutely beautiful. The people of VIEQUES were very welcoming. Once you get off the ferry, you will find, depending on the time of day that you arrive, lots of taxi cabs looking for passengers who may want to be taken to various parts of the island. You can also rent golf carts for about $100 a day and explore the island on your own. One thing we noted while we were there is that the island is very hilly, and the golf carts are not as powerful as one might hope in getting up and down those hillsides. So if you are planning to explore, you may be better off renting a car or using a cab, as those little golf carts just didn't have the power to get up and down the hillside. Baby, I hate to tell you that's not gonna work. You're gonna be pounding that for a long time. Trust me. This is Sun Bay Beach in VIEQUES. It is completely desolate. There is literally no one else here, but it is beautiful. So we are walking this little access road, which is right behind Sun Bay Beach in VIEQUES. And VIEQUES is known for a lot of their beaches having wild horses. They just roam and graze all around, and we're coming up on a whole group of them right here, walking within about 3 feet of these wild horses with the beach right in the background.
are just grazing and eating and crossing the road with cars all around. It's really amazing. Little ponies.
So another tip would be to get your taxi driver's cell phone number. Our taxi driver was wonderful. She dropped us off at the beach of our choice, and then when we were done for the day, she came back in the afternoon and picked us back up to take us back to the ferry terminal. We did a lot of research ahead of our trip and confirmed that best beach with our taxi driver is Sun Bay Beach. And as you can see here, there are lots of wild horses. We thought it was absolutely beautiful. They just roamed freely right next to the ocean front.
Here's just more of the same, just tons. I mean, there's 3 over there in the distance. See them? We've got a whole crew of them here. And then you can see far in the pasture, there's even more. So lots of wild horses grazing behind the beach under palm trees. This is on the walk from Sun Bay Beach to Esperanza Beach.
During the late afternoon, we got really hungry, so we decided to take a walk from Sun Bay Beach over to Esperanza Beach, where there's a lot more restaurants and shops and food trucks. So we found a really great restaurant to have a quick bite to eat before we headed back to the ferry to mainland Puerto Rico. On our particular day, the last ferry left the island at about 6 p.m., so we were able to take in the beautiful sunset on our way back to the mainland. On our final day in Puerto Rico, we decided to rent a car as it was much more affordable than a taxi or rideshare, and we drove about 45 minutes to El Yunque Rainforest. This is on the opposite end of the island from San Juan. During our trip, there was no fee to enter the national forest, so we drove around the rainforest. And keep in mind, there are several pull-off areas where you can pull your vehicle over, get out, take pictures, and really enjoy the scenery. There are also lots of hiking trails, so plenty of areas for you to explore the rainforest on your own. Now, while you can pay for a guided tour, we did not choose to do that just to save some money, and we were able to still spend several hours exploring the entire rainforest on our own with just the use of the maps provided. Don't forget, it is a rainforest, so you'll want to bring a rain jacket and wear hiking boots or a good solid pair of hiking sneakers. So let's end on a sweet note. We found the most wonderful dessert place in all of Old San Juan, Anita's Gelato. So be sure to stop by and check them out on your next trip to San Juan. So I certainly hope this has shown you how you can do San Juan on a budget. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe.